I just had to re-download Apple Silicon-based apps because all the Intel stuff is going. It's all boring. It's all boring. Don't worry about it.
Well, so happy to be here. Thanks for having me again. Can't wait to talk about comedy, whatever, all of it.
Comedy, whatever, all of it.
Yes.
Including Dead Wife Pretty. Is that what the new project is called?
Yes, that's the name
Okay.
of
What is
the special.
it's his first special. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's a huge step. That means you can't turn back
Yeah.
now.
I know. I've debuted. I'm a debutante.
Yes.
I'm out. So yeah, I think it's very representative of what it is that I do.
Mhm.
So I'm happy with that.
My sister, I'm in the South, so my sister, she did debutante stuff, and
Oh, like a real
yeah,
coming out when she was like 16?
yeah, I think, yeah, if 16 is the age, then that's what time she did it. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a crazy experience because like I had to go to the ball, I guess, and
Yeah.
I remember seeing it and it just being so foreign to me because it is just like I guess it's like a rite of passage in the South. I don't know, but I don't know if people still do it. But I remember distinctly it being like this super formal affair, and she had to wear this big giant dress, and I don't remember if I dressed up. I'm sure my mommy dressed me up, and like yeah, we had to go to this whole thing, and it was something that took I think months of her life to prepare for too.
Yeah, because did she like go to charm school and stuff or
I'm sure there was like an after school thing or a weekend thing that she went to, and just like had to learn manners. Like that's a crazy thing to me.
yeah, I definitely have never had anything like that, but we've heard about it and yeah,
Mhm.
it's like a very like a Southern belle like a proper woman needs to have a debutante ball kind of thing.
I'm surprised that she did not meet her future husband there. It's because I'm sure that's what those were. They like they used to be for.
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, Dead Wife Pretty. Now that you've come to this hill and you've crested it, how long did it take you to prepare for this special in order to get this thing out and get these jokes ready and have everything done and ready and primed for you to go on stage and to film it?
Oh man, 10 years, short answer. But I knew that I was going to do it for a couple months
Mm.
and then the date like kept changing. So to prepare, I tried to do as many hour-long sets as I could, which I have done before, but like usually it's for like a college or for sometimes like a corporate event. So I have to tailor my jokes to the event. And this is like, okay, what is everything I want to say? What are all the jokes that I feel like represent me? What are my
Mhm.
favorite jokes? And what jokes just don't fit? And I have to kill my darlings or
Yeah.
save it for, the next special or for when I tour after it comes out. So it was a lot of I did choose some jokes where I'm like, this usually doesn't do well, but if this is all my fans, people sitting in the audience, people who already like me, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna go for it because
Yeah.
they're here for the dark stuff, the weird stuff, and quite frankly, the dirty stuff. But I remember like 2 weeks before I filmed the special, I was opening for a comedian in Connecticut.
Mhm.
And it was one of those things where they're like, you're opening slash hosting. So sometimes there's a host, there's an opener who,
Right.
host us 10, 15, opener, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. And then the headliner does like an hour.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things when I showed up, they're like, you will be hosting and opening. So you're going to do 30 minutes and
Whoa.
then they'll do an hour. And I was like, great, I need time to practice. The headliner did not show up. It was a 7 o'clock show. I got there like 6:30. Headliner, it's like stuck in traffic. It's 7:30.
Oh.
We're like, okay, we have to start. And so they were like, we started at 7:40,
Oof.
and they're like, just talk until they get there, and then
You're
we'll
right.
shine a flashlight letting you know they're there. She the headliner got there at 8:40.
Oh my gosh.
So I ended up doing a full hour, and then the headliner did 30 minutes because they were like, we got to let these people go.
Yeah.
So I did, luckily, and I'm like, hey, I'm about to film my special. So I'm happy doing an hour. And luckily the audience was really supportive, but there was that sense of like, is she here yet?
Oh
No. Okay,
man.
I'll just keep going. So that was an unexpected way that I prepared for my special.
That's so funny. That must like doing an hour when you don't expect it must feel like some type of Olympian like Herculean thing to have been done. You know, a couple of last week rather. I was in Savannah, Georgia, and I decided to give myself a little running tour. So I ran from downtown all throughout the city, but I did not know how long I had gone for until I went back to my Airbnb and I stopped my watch and I went, oh shit, it was like almost 5K. It was almost 10K, you know,
Whoa.
which is like a very long run for me because I don't do distance. So I can only imagine that you stepping up on stage and like hoping that or thinking that you're going to do 30 initially and then having to extend that out as long as possible, basically your entire set for the special. It
Yeah.
just what like did they tell you in the middle of it or did you just continue
Well,
talking?
I kept
They
being like,
never
is she
saw
here?
light.
And they're like, no, stretch,
You
stretch.
go on to
And,
act two.
yeah, it felt like I was like, in those movies where they're training a kid in like martial arts or wizardry or whatever. And then they're put to the test and they're like, I have to remember something my master taught me. Right. So that was what it felt like going back and being like, okay, I'm going to do my dog herpes bit.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess I have to. We're here now.
You said that my dog got up and came over here as if you were talking about him. Oh boy, Maverick, what do you have to tell me? It's that's a fascinating thing. So this audience, were they along for the ride though? Were they like
Yeah.
game just to see any type of comedy in the first place?
Well, they definitely came, they bought tickets to see that person
Right.
specifically.
Yeah.
But when it was like, they're waiting 40 minutes after the show should have started, and they got there early as well. So they were just like, and we were honest, we're like, she's stuck in traffic. I'm opening. And then the more that she wasn't there, the more they're like, keep going. Yeah. So
Good.
I think I gained some fans that night.
God, I hope you're able to sell some albums off of that. Like
Yeah,
if it was
right.
50 people and I hope at least 15 of them said, "You know what? I'm going to check this person out. I'm going to follow
Yeah.
them on Instagram."
Yes, yes. They were very appreciative, and the people who ran the club, they were like, thank you. And I was like, okay.
Did that affect your pay? I wonder like did they like because you were hosting as well, did they give you anything extra? Did they give you some extra chili poppers, jalapeno poppers or what?
I think I took an extra shot, but
Okay.
definitely I still got host pay, not headliner pay. And I was kind of
Ah,
like, but you know what? That's fine.
yeah.
This is my 16-year anniversary of moving to New York, so I
Hey.
am celebrating today.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I could celebrate with you. Did you get
Yeah.
yourself a cronut? Did you see Pizza Rat?
Oh my God. I feel like I've dated Pizza Rat. And I did have cronuts, and you know what? I prefer regular croissants.
Really? That's a hot take.
Yeah, it's like give me a croissant or give me a
Give me a
donut.
donut. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
don't I don't need to. I remember people stood in line for hours for that
Yeah.
thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
What's your favorite New York treat?
Oh my gosh. When I came to New York, I had a lot of black and white cookies because we
Re-
just didn't have that from where we're from. And I just love the
Wow.
simplicity, the yin and yang of it.
Yeah.
I did have a lot of black and white cookies.
Wow, that's a deli classic. I think I can go get a
Yeah.
black and white cookie right now. That's
They'll never
crazy.
leave.
Yeah, those are very good. I remember when I was a kid, I did not like them at all. But as an adult now, I yearn for them because they are something special and unique.
Yes, and they're not too sweet.
Mm-mm.
I like them.
Hmm. I've never
Yeah.
been to New York, but I always I have like a list of places on my Google Maps that I'm always ready to go to. And then what unfortunately I did find out that at least a couple of them are chains, and it's just fascinating to me how there's regional chains, and then when you're from outside of that area, you go, oh well, I think I would love a Bojangles, and then you see a Bojangles on every street corner in
Yeah,
like South Carolina, you go, never mind, I'm good.
yeah, literally. Yeah, the real like shops, like the only place you can get this, those are dying out.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
I miss, yeah, and everything that I read about in New York comes from the New York Times. So all the
Mm,
food stuff I get is from the New York Times, and I'll see like the best pizza slice being made, or the best ice cream being made, and I get so
yeah.
jealous. But then I remember that there's also good places around here, so I try not to, and then also I can go visit. So visiting would also be good.
Yeah, and also when the New York Times writes about a place, you know that place is fucking booked out
Yeah,
forever and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. You're like, oh, they say this is the best burger. You're going to have to wait 2 hours for a friggin' burger. So
yeah.
it's like, once the New York Times writes about it, I'm like, I will go there in like 6 months,
And
maybe.
and then you forget about it. 6 months, I think, is like, but that's the perfect time because
Yeah.
hopefully the hype has died down, but they have
Yeah.
not closed down yet.
Yes, and that's the delicate balance because sometimes they do close down. That happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are you and your husband going out to eat all the time?
Uh, God, I we order in a
Ordering.
lot.
Mm.
Like it's so much. Or we have a little car, so we're like, let's save money. Let's be really frugal and pick it up. And that's like us being like, look at us, we're so responsible.
Yeah.
But going out to eat, we do like it. We go out to like bars. We like
Hmm.
dive bars. We like that experience.
Yeah.
Every time we go to a new city, we're like, let's find the trashiest bar and have a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever gone to a dive bar and then accidentally walked in on their comedy night?
Yeah. Yeah. I have. And then I sometimes will be like, if I know the person, I'll stay. And if I don't, I'll be like, they won't. They won't notice.
Yeah.
They won't see. But I will say I did go to a dive bar in the Midwest, I think Wisconsin. It
Hmm.
was after a show, and it was a college show. So there was like no drinking. It's not like a real club. And I'm like, I need to just go to a dive bar, have a drink, and like in the state, like they were like little casino little games, and I'm
Okay.
from Idaho, so in Idaho you can still like smoke in some dive bars,
Yeah.
you can gamble, it's trashy, things are cheap, but like I feel very at home. But I was all dressed up because I just done a show, so I
Yeah.
walk in and I'm getting like some looks, but I'm like, I belong here, no worries. So I'm just chilling, minding my business, and then a song comes on and it's WAP,
Okay.
and I know all the words to WAP. So I start singing it. I'm like, woohoo, just hanging out, living my best life. And as soon as the song is over, everyone in the bar starts laughing, like dying laughing, like, what the fuck was that shit? That's, and like it was played as a joke because everyone hates that song, apparently. I don't know what it is. Men hate that song. Black, white, people who are rap fans, people who don't like rap, like everybody is like, I fucking hate, like men specifically hate that song. And I did not realize, and I just left right after that, like, oh, I might get hate crimes. Like this is so scary. So yeah. Do you like that song, WAP?
No, I'm gonna be a part of that populace and say no, I don't like that song. But you know what? Here's the thing. You said that was in a college town. I swear to God, the last time I heard that was all at college events when I was in
Yeah.
college, and like it was insane. And then you would see people, and they would get into a line dance and line dance to it.
Oh my God, it's like the new Cotton Eye Joe.
Speaking of which, another song I have not heard in a long time.
Oh, that's one of I really when we got married, that was like I'm like we have to have
No,
cotton.
no, you did
Every
not.
dance, every
No.
event that I've ever been to in my life. If them been forgotten, I do. Like
I'm
when that
so
comes
embarrassed.
on, I lose my mind. I get like real white trash. I love that song.
Did you watch New Girl? Because I remember when Jake Johnson's Nick, he loves that song. He loves to sit in the car
Oh,
and fist pump to that song.
I haven't watched New Girl, but I love that energy
Hmm.
because it's like everyone's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "This is when it comes out." Song just makes me get real country. I don't know.
You're telling me that if you were in Prospect Park, the only park I could think of, Central Park, you were in a park and there was a festival going on and they started playing WAP or Cotton Eye Joe, you would start
Take
getting
off my
down
shoes
bad.
and hoedown. Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Take off your shoes.
Well, how are you gonna have a hoedown with your shoes on?
You're right. I'm sorry.
You gotta. I roll up my pants and
Uh-huh.
everything.
I assumed you'd be going in there with flats. You show up in there with flats and
Take them right off.
take it right off.
I'd kick them right off and get no. Yeah, it's Cotton Eye Joe's. Ah, classic.
Is Cotton Eye Joe your hype song for before you go on stage? You're a person who puts on giant headphones and just starts blasting. There was a one time I did
Yeah.
stand up. I think I don't know. It was like let's 2018 or 2019. I did stand up. It was at this now defunct comedy space that was at the bottom of a church. And it was an open mic, but you had to sign up, whatever. But there was a guy who went up before me who showed up with just giant Beats headphones on, just blasting music to himself. And I remember sitting there and I was going over my set on my card and I was looking at him and going, I don't know if this is going to work. And then he gets up there and does only impressions. He does not tell jokes. He does impressions of people, and the
Wow.
audience goes fucking wild. They're like clapping, they're falling out their seats, and I just went,
And you're like, what were you listening to? I want to
right?
see.
Oh
I
gosh.
I do have a hype song.
Okay.
So I love. Do you know Santa Gold?
Yes.
I love her. She has a song called "I Can't Get Enough of Myself,"
Hmm.
and I think it's like a very fun song. But I'm just like, it's all just like braggadocious.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I love myself.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I played that song. Try to get my confidence up.
But I think as a comedian, as a performer in general, you kind of have to have that false identity about yourself until it proves itself true, or you just keep lying to yourself. Either way, you just have to keep telling yourself, "Hey, I'm doing great. I'm doing well. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna tell some jokes. They're gonna laugh." That's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, the delusion is a crucial part of the process.
Delusion.
Uh, and also because sometimes it doesn't go well. You
Hmm.
know, you have a bad show, and I do think, it's important to be like, okay, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? How can I improve? And think of it critically. But there also is a part that has to be like, they just didn't get it. I'm still great.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't for them.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times that's correct. Like when I did cruise ships, I headline,
Yeah.
did long sets, and some shows were amazing, and some shows not so much
Mhm.
because I'm not. And this is why I stopped doing cruises. But I'm not really a I'm not for that environment. The comedians that did really well on cruises were not comedians I wanted to be.
Right.
uh I felt, the humor, I had to really tone down my dirtiness, my
Yeah.
feminism, my stories. I had to kind of make them a lot more appropriate.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, cruises like loved racial humor. They
Really?
love, yeah, because it's their boat's full of Republicans. Like
That makes sense. Yeah.
they don't want to hear any man hating stuff, but if you
Hmm.
tell like a misogynistic joke, like wink, wink, they'll love it. They'll eat it up. So there were times where I was like, oh, wow, maybe I suck. They really hated me. And there was a girl who worked on the cruise who was like the comedy host. And she was like,
Mm.
I hear the same jokes all the time. You're original. And I'm like, you know what? Those cruise comedians who are crushing on cruises would eat shit in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Eat absolute shit.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of like knowing what you do, knowing where you are, and being confident in that, even when it doesn't work.
Hmm.
So the delusion
Yeah.
is helpful. And when I'm like getting down on myself, I'm like, you need to be more delusional.
Yes.
You
Yes.
really need to be
Be,
like, I'm fucking awesome. I'm bringing it, and I like what I do, even if other people don't like what you do. Don't change what it is you do for
yeah.
those people. You just have to find your crowd. So when I did my special, I was like, this is my crowd, and I felt like I had a stronger point of view than when I'm trying to water myself down
Yeah.
to for like a touristy crowd who's trying to have fun with their families and not really be challenged and
Yeah.
in that kind of way, because I had to do like an hour and a half of material, and at that point I'm digging deep. At
Yeah.
that point I'm like, okay, y'all are going to hear about my childhood, y'all are going to hear about my trauma, and they're like, we're on vacation, bitch, like we don't. And I'm like, that's what I got, that's who I am. I can't keep it like I can't make jokes about the buffet for an hour. Like,
Right. Yeah. And then like and then you're stuck on that ship for, the duration of the cruise, and you've already done this set 4 or 5 or 6 times in the past 3 days. So why not have fun? Why not mix it up? But also, you don't want to be considered a good cruise comedian. Like as you said, those people wouldn't be able to make it out in the real world of comedy. That is going out to Brooklyn or to LA or Chicago
yeah,
and actually doing real sets. And I like the people that I hear about that are on cruises, working cruises all the time. It's great. They can make some money. That's awesome
yeah,
for them. But why don't you, as much as the audience should challenge themselves to hear something that doesn't necessarily agree with them, so
yeah,
too should the comedian be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to a place that I don't necessarily fit in. I'm not in this. Like I'm not a part of the group or the type of people that they see all the time, and I'm gonna challenge myself to be better. And I do like that. And I do appreciate that, especially in a stand up that is not widely known, because Jerry
yeah.
Seinfeld can go. He goes to Chattanooga. I went to school in Chattanooga, so he goes to
Mm,
Chattanooga all the time. And yeah, that's a great audience, but people are going to laugh at you at your jokes no matter what, because you're Jerry Seinfeld. But if
yeah,
Sally Ann is able to go to bumfuck, Delaware and tell
yeah.
some jokes and succeed, then boom, that's a real comedian.
You know what? That's amazing that you mentioned Delaware, because I remember. Okay, so I'm bipolar. So sometimes I'm mostly depressed because I'm
Mhm.
bipolar too. But every once in a while, I will have manic episodes
Okay.
where like I don't sleep. And I remember I had a road gig in Delaware, and I did not sleep the night before. And I like
Oof.
took a Xanax, like come on, sleep, because I had to drive there the next day. I got no sleep, so the person I was supposed to drive, I was like, you gotta drive. Like I'm not okay to drive. Like I am like sleep deprived. I'm going to try to sleep in the car. Didn't sleep in the car. Drive like 3-4 hours to Delaware. I get there. I'm on like 36 hours no sleep. I am like, I don't even know what's what. I go up first. When I tell you, I got a standing ovation being the first comic up. They loved me. I don't know what it was about just being out of my fucking mind and being like, okay, I'll do my. the like one of the best sets of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Literally, they all stood up and cheered, and I like took my phone, like, is this real? Just like recorded them, and none of the other comics did well, but they did not get a standing ovation. And then
Yeah.
afterwards, everyone went up to me and was like, "You were great." And this is like middle-aged folks,
Hmm.
like people that I would see on a cruise, I think, but I'm not sure they picking up what I'm putting down. So
Yeah.
there, it does surprise what connects with people. And even on cruises, what I would get a lot is like young people, because it's a lot of boomers and like they're like millennial children
Yep.
and their young children.
Yep.
And so I'd have like some millennials come up to me and be like, I thought you were great. And I'm like, why did you say it like that? All right.
I thought you were great.
Yeah. But so I do think it's important to be able to play to different types of crowds, but the finding the fine line of like being true to yourself
Hmm.
as a comic. But doing the special was just like I gotta be all me
Yeah.
in that weird, dirty, fucked up way.
Did you ever since you did that gig, did you ever think, hey, maybe I should take a bunch of trucker pills in order to stay awake for 12 for 36 hours?
Yes, I was like, is that the secret?
Yeah.
It's just like being sleep deprived. I have wondered that before.
Because you haven't gotten a standing ovation since. Like I've seen everything you've done online.
No, no, I have not.
No,
No,
see?
I have not.
Sorry,
Not
sorry to
for
bring it up.
stand up. I have gotten it for singing. I sing in French. I do a really good Edith Piaf impression. So
Really?
yeah, so I was a singing bartender for 6 years at a New York piano bar. So sometimes like when I get booked on random shows, I don't really sing very much. People I went a little bit into like the musical comedy route,
Hmm.
but like when I tell you people fucking hate it. Like people who are expecting classic stand up, you
Uh-huh.
start singing, they're like, "Oh, fuck this like theater bullshit."
Yeah.
Some people can pull it off with like a regular crowd, but I'm not, and I don't play an instrument, so it's not like super chill. I feel like
Right.
the musical comedy that people like who are like stand-up comedy purists, the only musical comedy that they'll accept is like an ugly man speaking over a soft guitar, just like speaking his jokes, not singing. That's what they like, but he has to be ugly.
Hmm. I was
If
going to
he's
name drop a comedian that I know for a fact did a Comedy Central special with but he ended it with an acoustic guitar. That's where he ended it. But I'm not going to say his name because he's a big comedian and I do love
no,
him
yeah,
very much.
ending a set with
Yeah.
a little song, I will do that. I actually wanted to do that for my special, but we couldn't. The rights and the parody, like they were
Mm,
very nervous about doing it. And honestly, I'm like, after speaking for an hour and a half is not like the most ideal time to
yeah.
sing a fucking song that's like difficult vocally.
Yeah.
um, so I didn't do it, but I for the next special, I do. If I'm headlining and doing an hour, I do like to end with a
Okay.
song. I
Okay.
think that's fun. It puts a nice little button on it,
Of
and by
course.
that point, they can't be annoyed
Yeah.
that you're singing because they just fucking watched you for an hour. So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, people they spend $30 to go see a show. I want to see a show. I want to see something fun. And if there is a little bit of singing, then so be it, you know?
Same way. I'm like, bring it on, show me. Like, but I love. I've seen so much stand up that when there's any element of variety, I'm like,
Yes.
ooh, yes.
Shake it up.
But it really has to be the right crowd, like gay crowds. Fantastic, perfect for that. They're
They're
like,
they're
bring it
open for
on.
everything.
Yes, they're really up for uh different art forms where they won't see it as cheesy. They'll still get, because when I do musical comedy, it's not really like I'm not really showing off my voice. I'm just trying to make as many jokes as possible
Mhm.
in this song. But like on a cruise, when I would do that, boy, would people walk the fuck out. They would just hear the music start and be like, absolutely not.
Oof,
No.
oof.
We want to hear Billy Joel Piano Man or fucking nothing. Like that's like Sweet Caroline, maybe, but
So
like
they,
that's
yeah, so they can sing along songs that are like karaoke hits for crowds.
exactly, that's what they
Ridiculous.
want. They don't want my like original take on like Facebook. You know, like,
All right. Well, now, so with Dead Wife Pretty, this is coming out digitally. You got everything. Comedy Dynamics. When you were sitting down with the editing, and you said you did an hour and a half. What was that like cutting things? Like, was that something that came easy to you? Did you just see stuff and go, you know what, that's fine, and then as you mentioned before, I'll move it to the next one or I'll save it for when I
yeah.
tour. Was that easy for you? Was that something that you wanted to do?
Okay, so I edit my stuff. I do a bit of editing. I'm very particular, but it's very tedious, and I don't enjoy the process of
Mhm.
editing. So, so I wasn't editing this, but they were like, here's the cut. We're gonna send you. Give us your notes of what you want to cut out. I sent them 9 pages of notes, 30 notes a page, and they got it, and they were like, okay, so comedians usually send us 12 notes total.
Damn.
9 pages. So I was like, where I was like, cut out this little weird lip smack I do. Can we find another angle for that joke? Like I was very
Yeah,
specific,
the
and they were like,
minutia.
oh, uh we'll
Oof.
try. So they were definitely annoyed with me, but I'm also like, maybe the next one I'll edit my, or like I would prefer to sit in the editing room
Hmm.
and be like, what can we do this? I'm like, put an L cut here, put a J cut here. Like, I used to work in post production for a couple of years.
Very cool.
I'm familiar with some of the lingo. I know that I don't have the skills that like a proper editor has,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think after I sent them notes, they were probably like, we should have just had her do it herself. But it was a grueling process. I really did not like I watched it for the first time, and within 5 minutes I'm like, turn this fucking shit off. Like I cannot look at myself. I
Uh-huh.
cannot like it was so, because like watching yourself is awkward, but then watching yourself try to be funny is just, there's something so embarrassing about it.
What do you think the story of this show? I have to cut all these interviews myself, and I'm just sitting here like, what a stupid fucking question. Look at this dumbass idiot. Look at him, his stupid little shirt. Oh my God. Oh, is he trying to make her laugh? Oh, look at him. Like so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. I
Literally.
get it. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, and then you got to kill that voice in your head.
Yeah.
And so I like took a shot and was like, "All right, let's do this. Edit it." And then I had like a really critical eye, obviously 9 pages of notes. And then they call me, we go through some of the notes, what they can do, what they can't do.
Hmm.
And most of the stuff they're like, "We can't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." I was just, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. And then, I've seen I still haven't watched like fully from front to back the full edited version, because once
Okay.
once they sent it off, that was it.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm watching it and I can't change it anymore, that's gonna make me fucking crazy. So I'll
Mm.
just wait till it comes out and watch it with all my friends.
June 23rd, you're gonna sit down. You're gonna have a watch party, classic watch
Yes,
party, and
yes.
just press play.
I'm gonna have a watch party at a dive bar right by my house,
Okay.
Phil's. So this dive bar, I've been here for like 5 years in this apartment, and so we've been going there for a long time. And so I know the owner, I know the bartenders, I know a lot of the regulars. They're all neighborhood people, and I'd always come like after one of my shows, and they'd be
Yeah.
open, and I'd be like, I just had a show. So everyone knows that I did comedy.
Okay.
And then I invited a lot of people from that bar to my special taping.
Oh,
And the owner came, some bartenders came, some regulars
wow.
came, but that was the first time they'd ever seen me do comedy. So the next time I walk into the bar a couple days later, they were like, we're so glad you're funny. We had no idea. We did
Yeah,
not
yeah.
know. And we were like, oh, it's going to be so uncomfortable if this regular at the bar fucking sucks. But
Hmm.
they were like, oh my God, we loved you. It was so good. And they were like, can we have the watch party here? Can we have the premiere here? So they offered. And I was
Oh,
like, oh, thank you. Oh my God. Yay.
that's so fun.
So I'm so happy that like the people who mean the most that like their opinion matters the most to me because I was a grumpy bartender for many years in New
Uh-huh.
York. We're very harsh. So the fact that my local bar was like nicer to me after that. They're like, every time you come in saying you're a comedian, we meet a bunch of comedians and they fucking suck. And we
Hmm. Hmm.
so that they were like, oh, you're the real deal. Oh, it felt so good. It really did.
What kind of treats you guys gonna have? Are you also, is there going to be a cake? I need something sweet there so that everybody, they have their drinks, they have food, but then boom, you get cake, some cupcakes maybe. Deliciousness.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh
You're
my
welcome.
gosh. We were like, oh, should we get like a signature cocktail? And I'm like, a shot of tequila? That's what I do.
Tequila.
Yeah, but no, that's a great idea to
Yeah.
have some little treats.
Yeah. I'm a producer in my day job, so I'm just full of ideas.
Yes. Oh my God. I got that's a great idea to have
Yeah.
some cupcakes. Wash down the dirtiness with some sweetness.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful time at this watch party because that's just so great to like be surrounded by people you know and you love, and then maybe some other folks who are going to be there at the bar going, "What's this comedy thing?" And then you're all it's
Yeah.
just blasting over the loudspeakers, your jokes, the laughs of the audience watching there at the bar. That
I
that's just
feel I feel like I'm just going to be sitting at the edge of the bar watching everybody watch me.
watching everybody.
Um
I like that.
yes, and I am making I'm like, look, it's free to come,
Hmm.
but you have to buy or rent my special as the price of admission
I like
on
that.
your own account and get my numbers up. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping everybody will do that. And I'm going to be really fucking annoying about it and be like, show me the
Yeah.
confirmation.
$7. That's it. That's all you have to spend. That's all. And not even think renting is. I think it's like $4. Renting's like four.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, just do it.
I
You know.
actually have no idea how much it's going to cost. I know nothing.
I look. If I assume renting is going to be
Going to
four
be
to seven
affordable.
dollars.
Yeah.
And look, people, if you live in New York, you can spend the money. I live
Come on.
alone. I can spend the money. You
Yeah,
know.
it's $30 for a comedy show and a two-drink minimum. Come on. This
Yeah.
is less than that, baby.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
Sally Ann, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. This has been a joy.
Yay.
Congratulations on Dead Wife Pretty. I hope that it does super well for you. And yeah, we got to get those numbers up. But this has been a pleasure. And I just
Thank you.
love talking to you. It's every time I open TikTok to post something on C Plus Comedy's account, I always see you up front. And I'm just like, there she is. I know her, friend of the show.
Yes, a huge friend of the show. Thank you for having me. You have
Of
such
course.
great energy. Oh my gosh, I'll try to stop. You have such great energy and keep doing what you're doing. Keep producing, keep fucking, you know, living the comedy world, comedy dream. There's so much going on all the time.
There
So
is.
I'm so happy to have someone like you who's like curious and looking forward to things. There's a lot of people who are like really awful and jaded about comedy, and
Yeah.
it's like
There's no point.
there's no need. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your night, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Bye, Chad.
Bye.